Speakers. It is Monday, July 5th, 12:56 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. Sorry, I'm not on my supercomputer again. I'm somewhere else right now, so I'm using my laptop. As always, check out bitcoindailyview.com. Got more for you there. Looking at the crypto bubbles this morning. This is just looking at the past day. As you can see, not a lot of green out there, but we do have some green alts. Of course, Bitcoin's been a little bit, troubled as we roll into Monday morning, but it all makes sense. We'll rock through this really quickly and just kind of check out what's going on. If we look at spot trading volume on Binance last 24 hours, it is up 43%. So that's massive. So we are definitely seeing spot trading, which is, USDT and BTC trading pairs. I imagine BNB also, ETH, basically spot trading on Binance is up 43% last 24 hours. That's pretty massive. You can see here on the 7-day graph, we definitely went into Monday with some upwards volume. That's a big deal. It's been kind of just very, very low recently, and now we're seeing some powerful spot trading volume. That is good to go. I like seeing that. But is that why Bitcoin necessarily dumped? Well, check this out. This is Bitcoin trading volume explicitly last 24 hours, and as you can see, it's 3.5 billion, 2.2 billion of that on Binance, not even half a billion on Coinbase. So Bitcoin trading volume, which is what we would be seeing here, is retail is just not happening. So we're seeing some beautiful spot trading volume on Binance, but we're not really seeing Bitcoin trading volume on across the big exchanges. I didn't pull it up beforehand, so I'm not going to look for it right now, but I referenced it the other day. Willy Woo did put out a very good tweet where he mentioned that big wallets are accumulating Bitcoin recently with quite an uptick, and that is, well, a good to go thing. I wonder, did I link to that over here on Bitcoin Daily View? Did I? No, I didn't. Sorry. I will put a link to that after the show. If you want to go there, just click there. It's a great tweet from Willy Woo. So big dollars, big money, big wallets are buying. So we know there's OTC traffic happening, or you could even call it under the counter traffic happening. So we're seeing these Bitcoin manipulations, but we're not necessarily seeing the retail trading volume. So whales are at play. Nice to see the spot trading up. I like seeing that. That's good to go, but we're not seeing Bitcoin, volume up, and that just doesn't make sense with big price actions like this. Also, I don't have it here, but I did check the shorts, and when Bitcoin dumped, I didn't see a big abrupt crank in shorts. They just kind of stayed about the same. So it just seems like some big money whales sold some Bitcoin. And with that said, longs are 61% and shorts are 38% for Bitcoin on Binance. That's definitely a long sentiment for sure. And then for Ethereum, 65% long, 34% shorts. So we're seeing on Binance where that glorious volume is definitely a long bias. So that's a good thing to see. Now, with that said, it's very, very obvious. Bitcoin took quite a bit of a tumble. This little forecast here, we basically dumped 4% in over 13 hours, and then we went all the way down to about 6.5% in 14 hours. So in 13 hours, it was about 4%. Then in about 14 hours, it was about 6.5%. So we took a big dump. We kind of took a dump, had a plateau, and then dumped further. And it's very interesting that it kind of went down below the 200 moving average, below the 200 moving average, tried to challenge the 200 moving average, moved back up above it, could not do it, got rejected, and boom. Anyway, the nice thing is this is a 45-minute chart, and what is nice to observe here is we are seeing a beautiful upwards trend. We will probably see a challenge to the 200 moving average probably even today. If it does not get rejected, well, we will probably continue up. The indicators in general show that we have bottomed out and we're on the way back up. So 45-minute chart for Bitcoin, well, boom, we dumped. We got below the 200 moving average and the 314 moving average. That is definitely a dump for sure, but it does appear that we are seeing a nice, somebody's buying. My guess is, since we're not seeing a lot of retail trading volume, it looks like whales sold and whales are buying. That's my take on this manipulation, and it's all over the counter or under the counter, you might say, and we're not seeing that volume. But like I say, with Willy Woo's tweet, you can see, because we can see the Bitcoin blockchain, of course, big wallets are accumulating big time. So we know what's happening. So we see this interesting price manipulation. It's whales at play. And obviously they have not let Bitcoin go yet. They really will not have let it go. They're going to keep it ranging between 30 and 40K until they decide to let it go. And when they do, have a plan. Have a plan for sideways, have a plan for dump, and have a plan for pump. Because once we hit that 41, 42K ceiling and go above it, I hope you're on the roller coaster, because, well, I hope you're on the rocket, because we're going to the moon. We are. Anyway, not financial advice, entertainment purposes only, but that's what I think is going to happen. Get ready for those 10, 5K, 15K days once the whales let it go. With that said, Ethereum is beautiful. I like what I saw. Even with Bitcoin dumping hard, Ethereum only wicked below the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart and is making an upwards move off of that. It won't be too long before we see the Madrid ribbons turn green. I think that's on the way. The indicators, of course, got smashed down, but they're all beginning to trend back up. Honestly, Ethereum is arguably recovering even more strongly than Bitcoin. With that said, also, Shiba Inu, everyone loves it. It did break below the 200 moving average. It wicked below the 314 moving average, and now it's going to challenge the 200 moving average once again here in the 45-minute chart. So it's all about when Bitcoin gets to that 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart. I have an alert set. I'm going to watch what happens. If it can break through that, that's going to enable, if it doesn't get rejected, as you can see here, you know what happens when Bitcoin gets rejected from the 200 moving average. Look at that. It dumped. It tried to regain. It got smacked down again off that 200 moving average. And now, well, it's going to challenge it again. I got good feelings about it. I think we'll break through. Ethereum never even went below. Alts that have stayed above that 200 moving average, they're the Lambo plays right now, if you ask me. So Ethereum versus USDT, only wick below the 200 moving average. It's recovering. Beautiful. It will continue up as long as Bitcoin makes it above that 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart. Shiba Inu, once again, like I say, it's got to challenge that 200 moving average. I imagine it will challenge it around the same time Bitcoin challenges it. Let's see what happens. If Bitcoin makes it through, Shiba Inu will make it through also. There you go. ADA versus USDT. Everyone loves. Cardano, I mean, who doesn't? It's cute, and it's making waves in the world. So I wanted to mention Cardano, ADA versus USDT. It took a serious dump with Bitcoin, but note it never did anything other than wick below slightly the 200 moving average in this 45-minute chart. That's wonderful, and it's recovering. The Madrid ribbons have already all turned green, and the indicators are beginning to recover rather strongly. So really, I mean, Ethereum versus USDT, strong play, looking good. Never went below the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart. I like seeing that. ADA, same thing. So we have some alts that are really, really staying strong. SHIB did not quite stay as strong as I would have liked. It did go below the 200 moving average, but it is making a logical 314 bounce. That's a 314 moving average right there. And if it breaks above that 200 moving average, I think it's still definitely a strong alt right now. And like I say, once again, Bitcoin versus USDT, big dump, went below the 200 moving average in 314. Don't like seeing that, but it is recovering. It's above the 314 now. It's going to challenge the 200 moving average. That's the white one right here. If it makes it through, put an alert in, keep an eye on it. If it makes it through, I think it'll definitely start to cruise back up. Why did all this happen? Well, it's not retail buyers or sellers doing it, but because you can see there's no Bitcoin trading volume to really support these kind of moves, but we are seeing massive spot trading volume on Binance. Of course, that's basically all the alts, all the pairs, etc., all spot trading. Cumulative boom on Binance is definitely has made an unusually powerful move up. And usually I only look at Binance because it kind of runs the show, but look at Kraken, up 81% last 24 hours. That's massive. And Coinbase up 37%. So really we're seeing Bitfinex 62% up. Binance US, gosh, like the most boring exchange on earth, up 64%. So we're just seeing some beautiful, massive volume as we start this Monday. I do believe that this dump, some have attributed it to the futures gap needing to fill. Cool, if that's what did it, whatever. But, whatever the cause might be, It's like I say, it wasn't retail doing this. So I wish everybody the best, and remember, always more for you at bitcoindailyview.com. I'll put a link to Willy Woo's tweet right up top as soon as I'm done with this and post it. And with that said, remember, you're part of the peaceful revolution, the first one ever. It really is important, and for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, a piece of shit, evil, garbage banker cries. And I will eventually, in the next day or so, get back to my usual computer. Take care.